On Unicast Internet Radio, you are with Brendan Cooper for Saturday Sessions, and I'm very pleased to have on the phone with me Kim Benzie from Dead Letter Circus. He's a frontman. How are you today, Kim?
Well, good, thanks, Brendan. Yourself?
Yeah, good, thank you. Thank you very much. Now, okay, so on Thursday, Dead Letter Circus kicked off their Sleepwalker Australian tour, and I believe you're playing at Perth tonight at the Capitol. Have you arrived at Perth yet?
Yeah, we actually did Metro Frio last night
So,
as well, so we're in our sort of second night here, so we're just crouching before we launch into tonight.
the calm
bit of
before,
breakfast.
the calm before the storm?
Yeah, bit of like 2 p.m. wake-up breakfast.
Do you have a big night last night?
Yeah, we can't have a big night every night, but that's just so happens how it's evolved now, but we'll come good by the time we get to the show.
That's good to hear. Bit of a rock star lifestyle.
Lots of B vitamins.
You know, supplements. You need that sort of thing, I suppose, to get you through the day. Lots of coffee, perhaps.
Yeah.
Okay, so you played in Bunbury on Thursday and, as you said, Fremantle last night. Have you been excited to kick this tour off?
Yeah, man, we've been really looking forward to, I guess, getting back to Australia from being overseas, because we've been over there for like 2 months, and I guess 3 months out of the last 6 we've spent in America. And we really wanted to bring this band back that we met over there. We met this amazing band called Fair to Midland.
Yep.
Who are just one of the most phenomenal live bands I've ever seen, and also great friends now. And you know, they've been hanging to see Australia, and they've heard about the scene we've got here. The scene isn't as developed over there as far as alternative rock goes.
Yeah, it's a very different sort of sound.
Yeah, and yeah, we've just been hanging to, I don't know, just come back to the hometown crowd thing, and yeah, get the love from the States. Like when you're a support band like we have been in the States.
Exactly.
You know, so much of the energy is created on the stage, and then you know your goal is to walk off that stage with every hand in the air and everyone screaming. But you know, you always start off with no one knows who the fuck you are. And yeah, when we get back to Australia after being overseas, you just the roar of the crowd singing back the words, and the energy is just phenomenal for us. We love it.
Must be a nice welcome home.
Yeah. Oh man, it's like goosebumpy. So
yeah, I wanted to actually ask you about the 2 bands you're bringing along with you. As you said, Fair to Midland from the US,
yep, and
12 Foot Ninja from Melbourne. Now, do you want to tell us a bit how you sort of first up met Fair to Midland in the US when you were on South by Southwest or something? How did that come about? How do you come across those dudes?
It was just through, we were looking for bands to tour within the States, and it was like a managerial thing where someone bumped into them, into their manager, and said, we've got this band. We were looking for bands to swap gigs with in Australia, and as simple as that. They checked us out, we checked them out, and we were like, wow, we'd fucking love to play with them, and vice versa. And then I guess we've done 2 tours over there with them now, one in December and one just last month. Mm-hmm. And yeah, it's the band bromance to end all bromances.
Oh, really? That's nice.
Yeah. No, it's really, really good friends. We'll be friends with these people when we're old men.
Oh, that's awesome to hear, dude. Yeah, I'm actually really looking forward to seeing them on stage. I would say, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'd say there's sort of a mix between, you guys, and there's a lot of Queens of the Stone Age sounding in them, I think.
Oh yeah, I can see a bit of that. They've got some big riffs. Yeah.
I mean, I haven't listened to them too much, but I've heard a bit of their stuff. I'm very intrigued to see them.
Yeah. And their live show, they just destroy the stage. Like, they're incredible.
That's very exciting stuff. So have you been getting a good reception for them over the last 2 shows, last night and Thursday?
Yeah, two shows in, feeling this little bit of pride that they're having a good time, and pride that our fans are digging them.
That's a good import for Australia then.
Yeah, man, they should move here.
And how about 12 Foot Ninja from Melbourne? How do you scoop those guys up?
We saw those guys down in Melbourne on the festival we played, and we were just like blown away. Like, they're tight, unique, very unique sounding. They got some of the bit of that 90s, metal sound mixed in with some funk, mixed in with fucking God. It's just crazy. Super tight, proficient, technical. Head explodingly awesome.
Head explodingly awesome. I like that term. That's a good one. Okay, so the show's been going good. And let's talk about a bit before. You said you were in the US for a couple months. You were playing South by Southwest. Was that the first time you played at South by Southwest?
Yeah, that was the first. Yeah, South by Southwest was pretty cool. It's like a 2-mile street party, like Big Day Out, like set in on the sort of one street. Like, it's fucking crazy. Like, it's just everyone's so drunk you can't get any food, or you can buy as alcohol or a dirty quesadilla. say quesadilla from a maybe a little hole in the wall Mexican place. But
when in Rome,
it's just become a massive party. I don't know how many people get signed or any of that kind of crap. I don't think you don't go there to really change your future, but you certainly go there to get drunk and have a good time.
That's really funny. I've been, they always like talk it up as like the biggest music conference in the world. And I spoke to DZ Death Rays a couple of weeks ago, and they were saying the same sort of thing. It's just a hectic show festival.
Yeah, it's not very fun to actually be doing the shows like as the band because you're obviously over there we've got like 6 people that work for us over here, so we don't have to lift anything or do anything except play. When we get over there, we don't have any, so we have to lift all our own shit. And the venues aren't custom built venues. These are like they put bands in a fucking pizza bar, like anywhere, every single place there
Bike
becomes
shops,
a music
hotel
venue.
lobbies.
Yeah, like fucking attics and shit. Like we're going up some stairs, just going, this is fucking ridiculous. Like,
where was the weirdest place you played at then?
We played in some full-on hip-hop club with like full 50 Cent-esque dudes and chicks downstairs. It was like being a 50 Cent film clip. And we had to load through that, then up this tiny staircase to this full-on tiny little wooden stage. But the show rocked. Like that was our official one. Heaps of crew came out and we were really surprised. But it was just really surreal. Then like we did it. We like went into Rockland. It's like Rockland and Hip Hop Land were just so different, but they were only separated by a couple of panels of flooring.
That's intense.
Yeah.
You could have maybe collaborated with some hip hop, get a sort of Jay-Z, Linkin Park thing, or maybe some Black Rock. I mean, I'm just talking. We're talking music conference. Could have. Yeah. Fuck, we should seize the day. Maybe next time. But as you said, it's not life-changing sort of festival, but you obviously impressed.
I'm sure it could be for some people, but it's. I think what it's become over time. Maybe it started as this big thing where your hopes and dreams happen. Like there's another one called Muse Expo, which is probably got more cred going on than South by Southwest as far as that goes. Okay. We had a lot of things happen for us because of that.
Yeah, I mean, I read that you are doing actually pretty well on the American radio stations. One Step is getting a lot of rotations on some radio stations. That's pretty exciting.
Yeah. Slowly and surely, but there's a lot of radio stations. That's the thing. Like, they've got thousands of radio stations. Like it's pretty amazing. So it's hard to poke through without a major label over there. But it's going all right. What we're going to be doing is the approach of the live approach, like one punter at a time at the shows. Yeah, that's the old school way. Sort
of the proving ground, I suppose, the classic proving ground of any band.
Yeah. Well, we played 70 shows there now, and we've only played the same city twice.
Shit, that's intense.
So, yeah, and we still haven't. There's still heaps of places we haven't been, but it's such a big place. So we still haven't really, in those 2 places, except if people were driving, we haven't really experienced the second time you come through and 200 people bought your CD and told their friends, and like in the snowballing thing that we seem to have with the band, like in Australia, we noticed every time we played somewhere, it'd double each time.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. I mean,
so we're looking. Sorry? Yeah, I want to go back to the States. Hopefully, we're going back in August again for another tour.
Oh, really?
And we should be going to a lot of the places we played already. So it'd be good to see that the nucleus of the DLC thing really kicking off.
You're listening to Saturday Sessions.
You first released your first album back almost 2 years ago to the day. I think it was on the 14th of May 2010. You dropped This Is the Warning. That's a while ago considering, and you've already obviously starting your new record. It's a lot of momentum. It's carrying a lot of momentum, especially overseas now.
Yep, no, it's really good, man. It's really Europe. It's because it costs so much money. Every time you go over there as an Australian artist, you're paying for these first few trips. Like we won't not lose money until probably March next year when we go there.
I suppose it's an investment sort of thing.
Yeah.
A gamble.
Yeah. So it's rolling the dice, but it's it feels right. There's enough of that feeling when we're on stage. I can see the same look in the people there that love it already. I can see the same thing as what I saw when it started in Australia, and you go, right, it's meaning something to people. It's resonating with the culture, and so it's good. It feels important. Feels like you're doing. I might be broke forever, but it's definitely fighting the good fight.
Well, at least you feel like it's going to be paying off eventually,
Yeah. We're not in for the cash. So.
Oh, of course. I mean, I'm figurative.
We're in for the good times.
That's it. So, okay, let's talk new music. Dead Letter Circus released a new single, or you released it free to download this month, at the start of the month. It's called Wake Up. Now, to me, the track sounds very unique to the band, as always. Like, you got your soaring vocals from you got heavy bass from Stuart, lots of snares and kickers from Luke, and of course the brilliance of Rob and Tom on guitars. Want to tell us a bit more about that track, Wake Up?
Yeah, well, it's not even really a single, I guess. It's just the first official single will be coming in September.
The first taste, right, maybe?
Yeah, we just wanted to give a gift. Like, you know, we've sort of done that song, and we've done a couple of the songs already from the album. We kind of do them in little blocks.
Mm-hmm.
And we just felt like it was just time to just put something out there. And I guess, I don't know, the idea to do it for free was just, there's like not enough things for free at the moment.
As you said, you're not in it for the money. That's very admirable.
Yeah. Oh, you know, obviously, everyone would like to be able to not be dodging their phone calls from the, you know, from the electricity company at some stage of their lives. But it's just more of a gesture. I think we've got some pretty amazing fans out there that, you know, really love the band. Like, I think the amount of times when we talk to people at the merch stand, and I get goosebumps down my arm from somebody telling me some crazy story about how how the music kind of connected with them in a moment. Like, it's the least we can kind of do to give a little bit back, and just a taste test and pass it around. You know, hopefully spread the word. It's not even really an indicator of where the album's heading. It's just one of the songs.
Oh, okay. That's very intriguing. So it could go anywhere from now.
Yeah. But that's just one. Like, obviously, it falls in the same category of Cage and Space on the Wall. That song, like that breed of a song, and it was good fun. We literally just went in there with about 30 seconds of an idea in the studio, and come out about 48 hours later, and the song was done.
Wow, there you go. So songwriting process. I mean, I always ask my bands, where do you sort of draw your influences from, and the dynamic of the writing process? Is it a whole group thing, or is it swayed towards you a little more?
Oh, it generally, I generally create the seed of the song. Like, I spend a bit of time writing my own, and then I'll bring an idea with, like, maybe a verse and a chorus, and or maybe a whole song. But the thing is, there's no ego about it. So when we get in the room, it can completely change, and the only thing we kept of the initial concept was the first line or something. You know what I mean? Like, but I find it's a bit easier to conceive an idea on your own, simply because you can play it 100 times if you want to, and it's just, you know, there's not multiple personalities, and then take it to the group, and everyone in the group is such amazing players and such amazing improvisers that
you can sort of grow it as a family, if you will.
And it's almost like I've had a preview of what we're going to do. So when it comes time to that verse didn't work, I've already got 2 other verses done because I've dug on it on myself for, you know, a couple of days or a day.
Mm-hmm.
So very much a group effort.
Ah, okay, fair call. So you said it's not so much a taste of the rest of the album, but more of just a little pick from the album.
Yeah.
So how's the whole writing process of the album going? Like, have you got this?
We've got the bulk of the album done. I'd say we've got like 15 ideas on the board. We don't really write sort of B-sides, so, you know, we'll be picking from those 15. Normally, like with This Is the Warning, we wrote 12 songs and that was it. There's no ones that got cut. And it's lyrically and stuff like that. It's probably more along the lines of Wake Up. You know, I think the people that like this music are kind of enlightened, you know, forward-thinking people, and I guess what anyone can say the last couple of years, if you were an early one of those thinkers, you'd be able to look around you and see that a lot of people are waking up, and a lot of people are actually, you know, everyone knows that the government's full of shit. Everyone knows that, you know, the capitalism is twisted into this point where, you know, money comes before morals, and, you know, that the people in power aren't doing the right things. But at the moment, it's just that, like, dinner conversation, barbecue, backyard. There's people speaking back there, but those people won't go on to rallies, and they're not participating at the level they need to. And I guess it's a bit of a call to arms so far throughout the album, like going, you know, like, we are the change. Like, we have to be the change. Like, you can't just talk; you got to walk the walk. You know what I mean? And so it's a bit of a call to arms to sort of wake up, stand up.
Exactly. Yeah. So you're obviously influenced by what's going on around you, like, in a really large scale. I mean, let's talk some band influences. What sort of bands do you find that you're really sort of into, and that influence your songwriting? I mean, I'd sort of Sorry?
I don't really, when we're writing, I just don't really listen to anything on purpose. You know, I don't turn off radios if I walk somewhere, but I just kind of dive into DLC land. Yeah. And then sort of treat myself after we finish the album. But you mean like what bands? Yeah. Like I kind of just live and breathe the DLC world. Like when I've got my iPod on, I'm just listening to, you know, jam ideas that we've done, or just sort of working on things. But my favourite bands are I love Bertie Blackman. Massive Attack's my favourite band of all time.
Okay.
I love Fever Ray.
So really,
I love Carnival's my favourite rock band for sure.
Yeah, I saw you support them a few years ago. I mean, I'd sort of classify you in that sort of the same sort of genre. I mean, like when I think of Australian heavy rock, I think Dead Letter Circus, Carnival, and the Butterfly Effect, and I just I mean, so you don't find those guys sort of influence you, or you sort of in your whole zone, as you said?
No, I don't, because we don't. No, I wouldn't say they do, but I do appreciate them. I think they're the best of the best. You know, if we've been crawling our way to number 2 on the pile, they're always going to be number 1. Well, we're okay with that because you don't want to be number 1. It's a bit hard.
Competition is fun, though.
But certainly when it comes to writing, I don't pay attention to what anyone else is doing, other than if we make something up and you go, "Ooh, that sounds a little bit like that," and then we'll take another direction. But yeah, I don't really see many similarities with the thing, other than the fact that Kenny and I are generally singing about positive stuff, and it's uplifting over a heavy bass. Like, we don't really have any riffs or anything like that. Like the Carney guys are, some pretty sick riffs in there. Like, I'd like to have a few riffs like that, but Rob and Tom aren't into the riffs, so that'd be a little fantasy if suddenly we had a couple of big Goliath-esque riffs.
But as you said, you've got your own unique sound. Like, it's very unique what you guys do.
Yeah. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I guess I get quite inspired by like electronic artists, but not to the point where I want to be one. But like, I love the intensity of Nine Inch Nails and
they're very industrial sounding sort of music.
Yeah. Oh, and soundscape textures. Like, the thing about electronic music and stuff like that is the textures that are created. Like, they can so quickly become generic. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, definitely.
Especially if you're if you pop your head into the scene every now and then, you listen to whatever the pop stuff is, they're all using the same sounds after a while.
I was going to say, you turn on the SAFM or Nova or something like that in mainstream radio, you hear that same shit all the time. Yeah. And
so if someone pops out with something kind of unique, I always find that pretty cool. I can't think of an example right now, but
that's okay. I mean, speaking of electronic, I read, and this is what you said. I'll quote you. I think we're kind of in a cyborg, half human, half robot stage at the moment. That's in regard to your new record you're writing. Do you want to elaborate a little more on that? So have you got?
Well, that was quite a while ago, and that was a little phase we're going through where I think that statement was quite true. But it just happened that after that we did kind of write a lot of just normal DLC songs, which are just guitar based, rather than having I just meant that a lot of time the synth stuff we do was an afterthought that we'd put in after we'd written a guitar based song. Yeah. And this time around we wrote. Actually, Wake Up, for example, we wrote the synth side before we did the guitar side.
Oh, that's interesting. That's a different sort of texturing, layering way to do it.
Well, I write on the synth because I can play keyboard, but I can't play guitar. So. Very well. I play really bad guitar. So
you try, as you said.
Yeah. I can do moves. I can air guitar pretty good.
You're listening to Saturday Sessions with Brenton Cooper.
So where are you recording this one?
We're probably going to do some of it in Perth, some of it in Melbourne, and some of it at the Gold Coast.
So just spreading your seed around, I suppose?
Yeah. A few little places. We want to absorb the vibe in little places. We were talking about recording it overseas, but it just didn't work out with our timeline to be over there. If we had been over there without having to purchase new flights to get there, we would definitely do it. But
but I mean, you got all this talent over here anyway.
Yeah, we're definitely recording with Forrester again.
Ah, that's good. So he'll obviously bring some of his talent and expertise to the album.
Yeah.
Okay, so plans? Do you have any plans for a release date, or maybe some new tracks? We're hungry here.
All right. Yeah, well, we'll get the first official single should come out in September.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have a couple of, some...
After your tours overseas and stuff?
Well, we'll be away while it comes out, I think, and we'll come back and we'll hopefully tour again in October. And then the aim for the album is to be out in March next year.
Ah, that's exciting stuff. A little windy on your end.
So I'm trying to get on the right angle so it doesn't hit the phone.
That's okay, man. No problems. Okay, so as I mentioned, tonight Dead Letter Circus is playing in Perth at the Capitol, and then you're playing 17 more shows around the country. You're going through New South Wales, Victoria, Queensland. You're coming down to Adelaide to play at the Gov. What can we expect to see on stage? Well, is shit going to get crazy? Maybe a bunch of...
Shit's been getting a little bit crazy lately.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what happened in America, but she got a little bit crazy. And basically just going to see us in Fair to Midland trying to raise the bar on each other every night and 12 Foot Ninja.
Ah, I like
and
this
the other guys are going to be bringing it so hard, they're going to be making it hard for us.
Well, it should be like an entertaining rock-off, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you could give people one reason to right now to come out to your shows, what would it be? What would you say to them?
Well, would you rather be watching MasterChef?
Very, very wise words there.
Yeah. That's all I can think of.
Well, I'm sure we'll come up with some later, but I reckon that's about. Whoa! Are you there, mate?
Yeah. Hold on for a sec.
That's all right. Yep, we almost lost you. That's okay. Well, I think that's about time. That's all we have for today. Well, thank you very much, Kim. It's been lovely talking to you.
Yeah, you too. Have a great day.
Yeah, you too, man. Best of luck for the show and the gigs and the tour, and you're writing new music.
Yeah, and if you come to a show, come and say hi and put a face to the voice.
Yeah, man, I'll definitely do. I'd love to do that. So hopefully we can sort something out. But yeah, we'll see you here in Adelaide, playing at the Gov next Saturday night. That's the 19th of May. Tickets are still available. All right, well, all the best. Enjoy your time in Perth.
Yep, thank you very much. I'm going to smash your breakfast.
Enjoy it, man. Catch you later.
All right, bye.
Saturday Sessions with Brendan Cooper.